What's up, guys? Just Josh here. Welcome to episode 3 of Album Reviews. Today we are taking a look at Slipknot's third major label studio album, Vol.3, the Subliminal Verses. Now, this album turns 15 here in a few short days. I think it's the 25th. And yeah, this is definitely Slipknot's most experimental, diverse, and melodic album, but it still has plenty of heavy, blistering songs such as The Blister Exists, 3-0, Opium of the People, and Welcome, to name a few. Pulse in the Maggots a little bit, The Nameless a little bit, but it's still a heavy album. I know a lot of people say that this album isn't heavy. Yeah, it is. Come on. Some of the stuff on here could even contend with Iowa, especially 3-0. Yeah, I didn't like this album at first, to tell you the truth. I was put off by the experimentation, but the more I listened to it, the more it grew on me, and it's definitely one of my favorite albums now from the Nine Fuckers from Iowa. And yeah, this is definitely a killer album. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys the artwork. We're going to go track by track, and if you didn't see my Iowa review, I do the samples in a new way now. Instead of giving you guys an 8-minute sample, I just talk track by track, my thoughts on each track, then I give you guys a sample of the song. A little 15-minute sample to even things up and just create a more concise review. But yeah, we got this little half wheel, half nonogram design right here. Really, really cool artwork on here. A little gothic, I would say. And got the nonogram again in a forest type setting. Then this is really cool. The back of this booklet, I see it as an alternate version of the cover, as you can see here. It's a different colorization of the cover, and sometimes, I don't know if you guys have this album and you do this as well, but I even, have it like this sometimes. It's really cool. Looks really cool. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys the artwork. We're going to go track by track and give you guys my thoughts on each song. So, you got a picture of the band right here. Really cool masks, really different and interesting masks, especially for Corey, Sean, and Sid. Everyone else, bit more of the same. Then you have this little message from Slipknot. As we maintain in the chaos, the fire becomes fuel and our hearts are the engine. We will flood the system with blood if we have to, and we will rule the world with cold retinas and firm beliefs. You got number 1, Joey Jordison, and the lyrics to Prelude 3.0. Now, I gotta tell you guys, out of all of Slipknot's intros, this has to be my least favorite. I just feel like it drags on at 3 minutes 57 seconds, almost 4 minutes. Yeah, I just feel like it goes on for a bit too long. It's not a bad intro, but it would definitely be my least favorite.
And now it's over. Now it's over.
Then you have number 2, Paul Gray. Very sad day coming up on Friday, May 24th. Will mark 9 years since Paul Gray's passing. And on May 24th, I will be putting up a special review of All Hope Is Gone for Paul Gray. Now, let's have a little moment of silence for number 2. Let's also have another moment of silence for Clown's daughter, Gabrielle Cran, who recently passed away. Very sad time in Slipknot indeed. Very, very sad times for this band, with Clown's daughter passing away and the 9-year anniversary of Paul's death this Friday. Definitely not a good time to be Slipknot. Then you have The Blister Exists, which is a really, really heavy track. It just as the name implies, it is blisteringly heavy. Very brutal, lots of screaming, really good, drum pattern, really good percussion section.
Can you feel this? I'm dying to feel this. Can you feel this? Burning the paper and skin on my cheek, trying to commit towards my life.
Then you have number 0, Sid Wilson, which his mask from Vol.3 I think is really, really cool, really unique, really different with the long hair, little demon skull type thing with all the fangs. Then you have 3-0, which is not only it is the heaviest song on this album, I would say, but it is one of the heaviest songs in Slipknot's entire catalog. This album is heavy. This song proves it. A lot of people say Vol.3 is not heavy. You got to get your head checked and your ears cleaned, and you need a very in-depth listen of this album because it is definitely heavy. Every Slipknot album is heavy in its own way.
Maybe I'm looking in the wrong direction. Maybe I'm looking for any direction. This is not my word. This is not my fight. This is something more. This is not my life. This is not my revolution.
Then you have number 3, Chris Fane up here, which is still in the band. I really think that Chris Fane is still in the band. Just watch the Underground Metal Gamer. Shout out to the Underground Metal Gamer, by the way. Watch his many, many different live streams on the topic. He brings up just undisputable evidence that Chris Fane is still in the band. Great channel. Great guy. Love working with him. But yeah, Duality, I think, is the Enter Sandman of Slipknot. It's a good song, but it's very overplayed, very overrated. And a lot of posers mention this as their favorite song, or even Before I Forget. Yeah, if you think that this is Slipknot's favorite, if you think that this is Slipknot's best song, or if this is your favorite Slipknot song, you gotta listen to all their albums. Come on. The singles are good, but you gotta really listen to the album to find their best songs.
Push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops me. But it's made of all the things I.
Then you have number 5 here, Craig Jones, with lyrics to Opium of the People. Very melodic song, but also very heavy. Very interesting track.
I won't give another soul. I won't give another life.
Then you have Circle, which is a very controversial track. You could already see some kind of melody. Slipknot has always had melody, but this is their most melodic album. It definitely shows with Circle. A lot of people don't like this song, but I'm personally a fan of it. It's a nice, sad, depressing song. And it transitions very well into Welcome, which is another really heavy song. Starts off with this awesome thrashy groove. Just a thrashy song in general. Very, very good. You have the intermission here. All of our questions are answers to our sins, all of our endings waiting to begin. Lyrics there from Circle. Then you have Vermilion, which is kind of a song about, I guess, fantasizing about a girl, but then you realize that she's not real. There might be a deeper meaning to it, but that's just what I pick up from it. A very good song. Very gothic, I would say, but also sort of progressive. Then Pulse of the Maggots, which is a song about us, the Slipknot fans, affectionately known as the Maggots because they feed off of Slipknot. And yeah, just a really, really great song. Really shows that they care about their fans. They say they fight for the ones that can't fight. Really good song.
We are the new diamond. We are the men of your colors. If I have to give my life, you can have it. We are the pulse of the Maggots.
Then, let me just make sure I didn't miss any members. Yeah. Then you have number 7, Mick Thompson, with lyrics to Before I Forget, which is another good song, but it's also, like Duality, very overrated. Not as overrated as Duality, but definitely sort of close. Then you have Vermilion Part 2 with number 4, Jim Root here in the background there and there, which is another acoustic ballad, but even more so than Circle was. It's just Corey's voice with some other, acoustic instruments such as the acoustic guitar and just layered vocals. Really, really interesting song. Another haunting, depressing, sad track. And I'm quite a fan of it.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do when she makes me sad.
I think it's very unique. Then you have number 6, Clown, with lyrics to The Nameless, which is another pretty heavy song, even though it has a melodic, melancholic chorus.
Remember every chance you die. Decide to live with me or give up. If I do want to be free. Never wanted anybody more than I wanted you.
You got number 8, Corey Taylor, with lyrics to The Virus of Life, which is a song that is akin to songs like, Prosthetics, Scissors, Skin Ticket, a very brooding, creepy, just haunting. Track. Then you got the band again, with lyrics to Danger, Keep Away. So my final verdict for Slipknot Vol.3, the Subliminal Verses, is 8.5 out of 10. This is a really killer album. It's got a lot of good tracks, but also one of their most controversial albums. And people are saying, oh, it's not as angry or hateful as Iowa. The band was very hateful during Iowa. If the song People Equal Shit is not any indication, they hated themselves, they hated the world, they hated each other. This is the album that they got back together on. They started becoming friends again. They started to love each other as brothers again. So that's why the acoustic songs fit on this album. That's why there is so much melody, so much diversity, so much experimentation. Because instead of writing a heavy album, they wrote what they wanted to do. They did what they wanted to do. Slipknot write for themselves, and then the maggots. And I know that sounds selfish, but it's not. But anyways, yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Look forward to this Friday when I review All Hope Is Gone. And peace out.